all the trainers here. So myself, Gandhali Bagde, and I'm working as an HR consultant with a manufacturing firm in Pune. And right now I am involved into trainings that is mostly campus to corporate trainings that I am currently doing. Okay, so I'm looking out to get into corporate trainings as of now and get into team building activities and leadership trainings as well. Okay, so this session is helping me out to learn more games as well as a lot of the storyline that you said yesterday night that was quite inspiring. So just looking out for a learning experience here as of now.
Okay, great. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Elvis, may I?
Yeah,
Elvis,
please
may
go
I?
ahead. Please go ahead, Venkat.
Good evening, everyone. This is Venkat, or Venkatesh Nurani, as it says on my LinkedIn page. I've had 4 decades of corporate experience, with my last being head of HR and admin for a multinational company in the oil and gas sector. I've been into training since 2005, though on and off, but post 2021, I've been into full-time training, and I do a lot of training on the leadership segment. So I'm looking forward to interacting with a lot of people here, learning, because learning is a process which we start from the womb to the grave, as they say. Thank you, and looking forward.
Great, Venkat. Thanks for that wonderful introduction. Anyone else? Maybe just 2-3 of us more.
Hi everyone. Hi, hello.
Sorry.
Okay. Hi, this is Renju Kurian, corporate trainer and life coach from Cochin. Sorry, I'm not able to switch on my camera because I'm on my way back home. Great to be here. Almost 31 years of managerial and corporate experience. From 2013 onwards, I've been a full-time trainer, independent trainer. I've been into corporate training as well. I'm a certified outbound trainer also. So really happy to be here. Great to see all the experienced people, and great to see you, Elvis. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Yes, maybe just 2-3 more.
Yeah, okay. So can I go?
Yes, Rakesh, go ahead.
Yeah, hi everybody. This is Rakesh Jain. I position myself as a belief scientist, and I'm a core outbound trainer. I'm into this field since last 20 years, and I belongs to Indore, Madhya Pradesh, the cleanest city of India. Okay. So involved in this, although I'm a life coach in NLP and certified happiness coach, but more or less I'm outbound expert, and I'm mountaineer too. So I go to the Himalayas and do the leadership program there as well. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Yes, anyone else? Anyone who was not there yesterday and who's coming today? Maybe you can introduce yourself.
Yesterday I was not there because I was busy in some other activities, and today is my first day. My name is Sandeep Chaurasia.
Yes, Sandeep. Can you tell us something about yourself? What do you do? Where do you come from?
No, I already introduced you. I'm introducing you again. So
Okay.
I'm Sandeep Chaurasia. Totally, I have around 15 years of work experience. Previously, I was working with IDFC First Bank, but currently I'm not working anywhere. And I love to join your session.
Great. Thanks, sir. Thanks, Sandeep. Maybe any one more? Last.
Hi. Yes. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. This is Marin here. I attended your yesterday's session too, but I didn't get the chance to introduce myself, so I thought I'll do it today.
Great.
So I have been in the field of education as well as training past almost 20 years. Like if I combine both, like 2 decades.
Wow.
So I'm so happy that I have been here, and you, Elvis, I really congratulate you and admire you, appreciate you that you have brought this platform for all the trainers to be here. Of course, the freshers and the experienced people, so that the freshers can learn from experienced people, and the experienced people can also learn from the freshers, because they do have very innovative ideas. So thank you.
Right. Great. Thanks for your introduction. So yes, guys, I guess we are at 7:07 now, and I guess it's the right time to start for today, day 2. And speaking about myself, my name is Elvis, and I have been into training now for the past 8 years, into corporate trainings, done for trainings for multiple sectors: hospitality, manufacturing, done also for the students, campus to corporates. And I have my training firm, which goes by the name IAAM. It's all about me. So that's in brief, in a nutshell, about me. So I hope you found a lot of value in day one. And are we all ready for day two?
Yeah, we are going ahead. Yeah, we are ready.
Great, great. Fantastic. So as you must have seen, the topic for today is closing techniques. Yesterday we had seen the grouping techniques, and today we will see the closing techniques. So before I begin, I would like to know from you, how do you go about closing your sessions, summarizing whatever you have taught in the session? Anyone. Maybe we will have just four, five interventions, so that I get an idea of how do you go about.
We usually have a
Hi,
T-shaped
Elvis.
session.
So, when I used to close my FMCG sales training sessions for sales representatives or sales officers,
Okay.
I used to ask them that you need to tell 2 key takeaways from the session.
Okay.
Minimum 2, but as much you can speak. But minimum 2 takeaways from a session. When I say takeaways, these 2 takeaways you have not heard before from any trainer, or in your experience you have not learned. But this program has given you that opportunity to pick up such takeaways. What such a learning you can share, and how passionate are you to implement these things in your daily market life? So this I used to make it and make a note of it, capture it in a document and share it in WhatsApp to them. Yeah. Thank you, Elvis. Thanks for the opportunity.
Great, fantastic. When any trainer is sharing, how do they go about closing? And if you have any doubts or any clarifications that you want to ask, please go ahead. If you're not aware of that particular technique, how it is done. Thanks, Karthikeyan, for sharing that. Anyone else like to share?
See, is the closing for the particular one activity after, or is a complete session?
No, complete session. When you're just about to close, so how do you give a proper finishing to your session? How do you call the climax?
Generally, I do the a wow activity at the last, so that everybody will be thrilled, and it will be crux of the complete program. And we take the feedback from the video feedback from the participants, so they cover all the points. Because whole day, if I'm speaking one after another, they will be at the end. We want to listen from them. Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic. Thanks for your sharing, Rakesh. Anyone else?
Yeah, can I?
Maybe what you can do is just raise your hands and I will ask you, because we have multiple people attempting to answer. So just raise your hand, the emoticon that is there in the chat.
Amarji is raising.
Yes, Amar, please go ahead.
Yeah. See, I have in ITC only, I do the training now, and I've completed 21 batches of 2 days for the managers and 2 days for the employees. And what I do is, I take 2 books, good books, motivational books for the in English for the managers and in Telugu for the employees. And I ask them to vote for, after the 2 days of exercises, entertainment, and all those things, I ask them to vote for 2 people in a chit. One can be their own name, who they think that they participated the best.
Okay.
And I collect that with the help of my assistant. We do the frequency table, and whoever gets, 4 of the best, the people who have got the votes, we give them the books, 2 for, 1 book for 2 people. That's what the unit head said, because, let them share. More people should get. So this will make them very happy that, they have participated and they have won. And those who have got the other lesser votes, we give them a very big, 80 rupee Cadbury's chocolate by calling them at the unit head. Normally, unit head comes for the closing things. And he does the closing. He asks for something like, each table, one person should talk, because everyone wants to talk now after the thing is over. So this is how I close it. Thank you.
Yeah, can I? Yeah, can I?
Elvis, we can't hear you,
You're
Elvis.
not audible.
Elvis, we're not able to hear you.
Now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
slightly
Yeah, we're able
audible.
to hear you now. Yeah, you're audible now.
Okay, great. Please go ahead. Who was coming in?
Yeah, here. Am I audible?
Yes, Padma.
Yeah. So what I usually do is when I complete my session, I ask them to swap. I ask one of them to volunteer as a trainer.
Okay.
And differently they would have done in my place. Or different they would have given. So it is like getting us from the team, like where we have gone wrong, where we could have improved ourselves, and what are the other aspects to be covered. I give chance to 4 or 5 employees, and they take up the role of a trainer for 3 minutes.
Great, fantastic, wonderful, nice. Thanks for sharing, Padma. Any last question? Maybe one last. Okay, who's raising their hands? Yes, Geeta, please go ahead.
Hey everyone, hi Elvis. Geeta Krishnan here. I'm a trainer with over 20 plus years of experience. One thing that it's really helpful for me, Elvis, is right at the outset, like say if it's a communication skills program, what I do is I list out what are the things that they want from the session right at the outset, at the start of the session, right? So it's there on a flip chart on the front with different colors, pens and all that. So we have a list of that. So when when I come to a rounding off of the session, in the end, I go back to that flip chart and then ask the participants, which of these did you feel, you covered, and which are the things that you feel were effective enough. And prior to that, ask them that what was your takeaway, and they come up with points, and then we go and cross check with did we actually cover all the things that you really wanted through the session, right? So then we go with a color pen, go ticking up on all the flip chart points, and that really brings the whole session to a closure. This is something which I feel most of the times it's very helpful, apart from other techniques that we tend to use for the closure.
Great, wonderful. Thanks, Geeta, for that lovely sharing.
Thank you so much.
So with this, okay, we have Moshmi also who wants to share. Okay, Moshmi, you can go maybe the last person, and then I will share what I have for today. Yes, Moshmi, please come in.
Yeah, so sometimes what we do is, before we conclude the session, we do some kind of a fun and interactive activity where the major terminology or the important terminology. So we ask them to enact, so that everybody has that reinforcement before they actually leave the venue. So that is one thing, and maybe teach back is another thing. But I think the word terminology really reinforces the entire thing.
Great, fantastic, Moshmi. Wonderful. So we all are doing great work and very creative, very innovative in the way we conduct. So let's explore a few more techniques that I have for you today. Are you ready?
Yeah, looking forward with a lot of enthusiasm. Yeah.
So can I have everyone type in BIO in the chat box? Bring it on. BIO. So a little exercise for our fingers. Yeah, just the 3 letters BIO in the chat box so that I get an acknowledgement, a written acknowledgement from everyone. Great. Nice to see so many responses. Okay, so wonderful. So here is the first closing technique that I have for you today. Altogether, I have 3, almost actually 5, if the time permits. So the first one is called as Angle, Tangle, and Dangle. The first closing technique, the first summarizing technique when you end a session is Angle, Tangle, and Dangle. So it may be sounding very funny. Yeah. So angle is basically some new way that they have come to know on that topic, some new learning they have got, a new angle they have got on that topic. Okay, tangle, secondly, is something that they still find that is complicated in that particular topic, which is not very clear. And the third, dangle, is something they would like to learn more about the topic. Whatever your topic is, it could be team building, it could be leadership, it could be communication, it could be blah, 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 any topic. So angle is a new perspective that they have, a new angle. Tangle is something they find still complicated, which is not very clear yet. And the third dangle is something they would like to learn more or something advanced in that topic. So you can make 3 charts at 3 different places in your training room, and you can form 3 groups. And the first group is angle, the second one is tangle, and the third one is dangle. And they need to go and write down their perspectives there. And each group can rotate. So angles will go to tangle, tangles will come to dangle, dangles will go to angle. So it will go in a rotation. Now you may think why this particular type of summarizing or closing of the session. As a trainer, you will get to know what new perspectives they have, apart from what you have shared. Okay, because the same activity, the same topic can have multiple learnings. Because every learner is different, they pick up something different than what maybe even we have not thought of. Second, tangle is something they find still complicated, something which is not very clear. Now, this is also again a feedback to you that your learner is still not very clear about this. You can take this up to your stakeholders, to the HR or someone, and say like, there is a need of one more session, or I would like to come again, or this can be an input for you for a follow-up session. Are you getting it? In order to get a repeat business. It's an input for you as a trainer. And lastly, dangle is something they want to learn more. Now, this again is a feedback to you. It's again a feedback to you to develop an advanced module on that particular topic. So this you will be doing it towards the end of your session when you're just about to close. Any questions you would like to ask, something that is not clear?
In fact, there's no doubt, Elvis, but this is fantastic technique.
Yeah. So angle, tangle, and dangle. This is the name of this closing technique.
So Elvis was just thinking, like, if there is some confusion which is there for any particular topic, so wouldn't that participant want it to be cleared on that particular time itself, like rather than just waiting for the last thing to happen?
Yeah, see, always you will be having some interventions during the training, okay? But still there might be something even still remaining.
Elvis, you're not audible.
You're
guys,
audible. I think we are able to hear you.
Hello.
It's very clear.
The others are able to hear me.
Yes, Elvis, we are able to hear you.
Okay, great. I guess maybe something at his end. So even after all that you cover, yeah, there may be something that is still not very clear to them. And in case they are not very free to share it openly or put it on the chart, a variation that you can do is just take a chits, just check chits without names. Or you can have a Google form without asking for the names. Because I have seen at times we ask their name, their email ID, and their mobile number. And that is how we do not get a very authentic feedback, because then they always, want to give you a very goody-goody, rosy feedback. Yes, because now their names are being captured. So that is another variation that you can do in order to get the feedback from the trainees. Ramana, I hope am I clear or?
Elvis, I have a little question here. So you mentioned that different groups going to different corners and then moving, right? So we can actually have a board there and have different colors, stickers. That's what you meant? Like they can write on the chips and put it up there on the board?
Yes, yes. See, are you able to see this whiteboard
No,
now?
it's coming
Just a
up.
minute, just a minute.
It's
Just
loading
just
up.
a minute.
Yeah, we are
Yes.
seeing.
You can see it, right? Just a minute, it's loading. Okay, now is it clear?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, so see, here is one chart, okay?
Hmm.
Here the second chart, say this is angle,
Correct.
okay? This is dangle, sorry, angle, tangle, and this is
Dangle.
dangle,
KTD.
okay?
Yeah, that's
This
okay. Understood.
Dangle, okay? Three charts at three different places. There is group
Mhm.
one that comes here, then you have group two, group three, if you have three groups, okay? Then they rotate. Group one comes to two, two goes to three, three comes to one.
Got it.
Yes, so on each angle, on each tangle, on the dangle, you will have all the three groups giving their perspectives.
Hmm.
Yes, and this is a very rich resource of feedback even for you.
Definitely.
Yes, it's a lot of introspection for them as well as for you.
Hmm.
So you can close on this note. You can close your sessions using this technique. Any questions, guys? Anything not clear?
Elliot Shastri here.
Yes, yes.
So you mean to say by doing like that, there will be a lot of clarity, in the trainee's mind. Is that correct? That is the reason we are doing this.
Yeah, you're just making them, think from different perspectives. You are asking them to introspect. Now, what new have you seen in this topic which you did not know earlier? Okay, that is in the angle. In Tangle, you are asking them, what do you feel is still more complicated according to you? And in Tangle, you're asking them, what more would you like to learn on this? Yes, so it is digging more into them. It is bringing that curiosity, that eagerness in them for the topic. And
Okay,
it
got
also
it.
helps
Thank
you
you.
understand how much have they understood.
Elvis, Veena,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, Beena.
How do you decide which technique to use? Closing technique, or like there's specific topics you use this?
Now see, this is very generic, this one. Okay, angle, tangle, dangle is very generic.
Yeah.
You can do it, I guess, for any
Yeah,
topic.
anything, yeah.
Any topic you can take it for. Now you have to decide that best depending on your audience, what feel you get, how are they, how energetic are they, how engaging are they, and accordingly you decide. Today we'll discuss a few techniques, and maybe we can take this question towards the end.
Okay.
Yeah. Can we move to the next one?
Yeah, sure, Elvis.
Yeah.
Please move ahead.
Yeah. The next
Yes,
one
please.
is
Yes, sir.
yes. So looking even at the time, I think we'll have to move. The next one is called as the KBC, the KBC War.
कौन बनेगा करोड़पति?
हाँ, कौन बनेगा करोड़पति war. Okay.
Who will answer the questions of the modules we taught them?
Yeah. You are anticipating it rightly. Okay, but we'll do it in a little more creative way. I have done this many times, and it's fantastic. It's like it increases the entire energy level of the room to the next level. So this technique is KBC War, wherein you again have three groups, okay, and you ask them to frame 10 questions based on the topic that you have taught them. And these questions, they need to fire to the opposite team. One will fire to two, two will fire to three, three will fire to one. Yes. Now the only novelty in this particular technique, the the KBC War, is that question number 1 to 7 is from syllabus. Say if your module is on communication, so whatever you have taught them, maybe non-verbal communication, articles, or whatever. Okay, listening skills. So question 1 to 7 is from what you have taught them. Question 8 to 10 is out of syllabus. question 8, 9, and 10 is out of the syllabus, but yet related to the topic. They cannot ask anything and everything. It is connected to the topic. And now you decide. For each right answer, they get 10 marks. Yes. So in this group 1, 2, and 3, when 1 is being questioned by 2, okay, 3 is the High Court. They decide whether the answer given is right or wrong. And you are the Supreme Court who takes the final decision whether the answer given was right or wrong. Yes. So you give them time to prepare those 10 questions, maybe 5 minutes. Okay. The only ground rule is that question number 1 to 7 is from the syllabus. Question number 8, 9, and 10 is out of syllabus, which you have not taught in the class, but it is related and connected to the topic. Any confusion, something not clear?
Yeah, Elvis, I just wanted to ask you, you said 10 questions. That means 10 questions per group, right?
10 questions per group.
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Now you decide, make it a little organized. What happens? Everyone in a chorus will start asking questions from that group. Ask them to choose one person who will fire those questions. And maybe even in the answering team, select one person who will answer the question asked, or else everyone tries to answer. And then you do not know whether they have answered right or wrong. So let them select their spokesperson.
Yeah, Elvis.
Yes, Pradeep.
Don't you think it would be better if we use this technique in midway of the training program, because bit of time-consuming technique is there. So in the last day when we are closing the session, in that scenario, means little time, we have little time. So probably the best use can be in the midway of the session.
Midway, okay, but still you have not covered the entire topic, right? And then if you say like you will have to plan accordingly. You need to plan. Okay, now I need to end my session by 11. So I need to complete all the teaching by at least say 10:30. Okay, keeping room for this summarizing closing technique. Because ending the training in a very in a polished manner is very important. That is what I feel. Because at times, because of lack of time or something, we just abruptly end it. We just ask, okay, tell me your takeaways, and that is a very generic way of saying, just 2-3% tell the takeaways, and we end it.
Okay.
Any insights, guys? Anything you would like to share? What is your feeling on this? What do you feel? A few questions could overlap as well. Yeah, that can happen. But then you can set this as a ground rule that if you hear that some question has been repeated, please omit that and keep a backup of questions. So you can make a ground rule like that. We have this question from Dr. Meena in the chat box. And guys, it's really a fantastic activity. I have done this many times, and each time it has been really fun. Especially when it comes to question 8, 9, and 10, when it is not that it has been taught in the session, but it is still connected. So they try to find out, they do GPT, they'll do Google and find out the most difficult question.
This seems to be very, very interesting, Elvis. I'm definitely going to do it in this next week's program. I'll give you the feedback.
Right, Amar. I have done it multiple times, and each time it has, especially with youngsters, it's fantastic. It goes very well.
Elvis, I've done a similar game with youngsters, basically during a Viva session, and it was hilarious, and they wanted more of it. So it was awesome.
Great, fantastic.
Yeah, I think this is the appropriate for the college student, those who have the syllabus kind of thing. But how, if we want, I'm just as I'm doing for the corporates only. So is there any variation we can use for the corporates?
You can do it for corporates. I'm doing it for corporates only. So questions are based from what you have taught them. The sessions, each topic, subtopic. So your questions will be connected to what you have taught. So it does not matter who the audience is, college student or corporate or anything, anywhere you can, it applies everywhere.
Elvis, I have a
You
question here.
guys, yes, please go ahead.
The only challenge when we talk about these 10 questions in the KBC type of feedback at the end of the session is that you would probably need slightly larger groups. Because when we're looking at 10 questions, or at least the 7 questions, because the last 3 could be part of a group questions which could come up from the participants. So it's preferable to have at least 10 members in each group?
Not necessary.
Because at least that way you could have more the questions from a different perspective. And to answer to what Rakesh just mentioned, I have done similar things while I was doing leadership sessions for corporates.
Okay.
I mean, it may not be exactly on the same lines as you did, but yes, I'd asked them to prepare their own questions based on what they've understood through the sessions.
Okay.
And then come up with things which probably I may not have mentioned or spoken about in the session, but something which they could think about. So that actually helps them to enlarge their own compass.
Right.
The canvas increases, they come up with different thoughts, and then because I've done it for Tata's in L&T, so they've got they already do for, I mean, a lot of them go for strategic leadership sessions at the IIMs, and this is where I have come up with some of the questions where I have told them, give me some time, I need to go back.
Okay.
Because there are things which I probably would not have anticipated at all.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong in accepting that I don't know it.
Yes. We are not Googles, right? So there is no harm in saying sorry, I do not know, but definitely I can get back and I can research and get back to you.
So what has actually helped me also is, in addition to delivering the sessions, I have learned from these perspectives.
Right.
Which helps me improve in the forthcoming sessions, in future sessions, etc. So I think this KBC thing, maybe the versions that I have used is slightly different from what you have done. But the only thing I felt was probably the group size, something which, because I have had group size of about 20. Total size of the participant, because being project related, they may not be able to spare people. You need to restrict each group to about 7 or 8. That is where you have these challenges of when you have to come up with these sort of questions. Because there are people who are introverts, they may not come out openly and these questions.
But Venkat, actually, if the way I look, actually lesser the number of participants, more is the engagement. When there are many participants, there are only, maybe handful of them who are being active, and the rest are like just audience, just playing the supporting role. So I feel
when it comes to groups, when it comes to group discussion and where it comes to formulating these questions, they bounce off these ideas much better in a larger group than a smaller group.
Okay.
Because there are people who may not say it out openly, who may not be speaking out openly, but when we're part of group discussions, they are very much into it. Because there are people who are probably not openly communicative. And this is where I have driven the point that they probably need communication sessions of public speaking and so on.
Yes.
I tried these where they probably need to get into presentations and public speaking and so on and so forth. But they do come up very well with group discussions and these restricted meetings, because they're all project staff. So they attend these project meetings day in and day out. But then there is somebody who always presents. So they are not the ones who get the opportunity to present.
Right.
So they are very reticent in their asking and questions and coming up openly. That's exactly where I found. But yes, some of them, yes, it's always there. There's always, as we say, black sheep somewhere. But you just have to get along with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Venkat. Anyone? Yes.
Yeah. See, I have played this game in a different manner. Closure. I prepare both the questions and answers, right? One group will get all the questions, one group gets all the answers. So ensure that everybody is participating. So they have to ask the question and he has to find out his pair from the other group. So everybody has to be very attentive. They have to listen very carefully. By this method, both of them learn. They know what is the question, what is the answer for that also. Because everybody is participating, everybody is attentive, and everybody takes the learning form.
Right. Great. Fantastic. So guys, anyone else? I hope it's clear. Can we move
sure.
fast to the third one?
Yeah,
to
sure.
the third one?
We'll go ahead with the third. Yeah.
Yeah, let's move to the third one. And the third one is called as Think, Link, and Ink. It's Think, Link, and Ink. Okay, guys, just while explaining, I'm muting you all, okay, so that there is no any background sound or something. If you have any questions, just park it, write it on a piece of paper. And once the explanation is over, we will take all the questions. Fine? Okay, so the think, link, and ink is they need to think about 3 key learnings in the session. What are the 3 takeaways? As some of you said, you asked them about takeaways. Let them think about 3 takeaways. And to nurture this more, whatever they think is their takeaways, the second is they need to link. They need to meet one partner in the room whom they're very comfortable with as their accountability partner and share these 3 takeaways with them. Share their 3 takeaways with their accountability partner or the learning partner. And which will be vice versa. Even they will share their 3 takeaways with him. So it will be an exchange. And the last one, the last ink is they need to write down 5 insights. They need to write down the 5 insights from their own introspection and their discussion with their accountability partner. So the first one is think. They need to think about 3 takeaways. The second is link. They need to find one partner in the room whom they're very comfortable with, they're very compatible with, and share these 3 takeaways with them, and they will share it with him or her. And the last is the think, link, and ink. Now they will introspect on these takeaways, on their introspection and what the sharing has been that has taken place in the discussion with their accountability partner. So the accountability partner is the one who will always keep a check on them. Maybe he's a friend or he's a colleague who will keep them accountable. Let's see, these were the 3 takeaways. Are you implementing it? And maybe you can visit them if the protocol of the organization allows, maybe after a fortnight or after 30 days or 45 days or 90 days, just to say a hi, hello. How is it going? Are you implementing the takeaways that you have taken from the session? Guys, are you able to hear me?
Yeah,
Elvis, Elvis, could you repeat the last part?
Think, link, and ink. In think, they think about 3 takeaways.
Yes.
They think about the 3 takeaways. In link, they link with any learner in the group whom they're very comfortable and compatible with. And they share these 3 takeaways with them. And both share it with each other. They have a discussion on that. And the last one is they both together have an introspection on what their takeaways were, what they have discussed. And going further, post-session, they will be the accountability partners for each other, who will pinpoint to them that, hey, hello, these were your 3 takeaways in the session. I see that you are not implementing it. So they keep a check on each other. And you, as a trainer, if you wish, after having your discussion with the stakeholders, the HR or someone, maybe you can just drop in after a fortnight or 30 days, 45, 90 days, just to say a hi, hello, and check on them. How are they doing?
Okay, fine.
Hello, Elvis.
Yes, Sam.
I have a question.
Yes.
Now, if this entire group is from one process, like you said, the accountability partners, yes? they have a very major role to play and are probably locationally very close, and in proximity, they could, like you say, check on one another. But they are if they are from different processes, right? And the shifts are different.
Right.
How do we deal with this challenge?
Yeah. So when they're selecting their partner, they need to check. They need to see all these criterias.
Okay.
So
So
compatibility. Yes.
Are you telling me that when we, launch this program itself, or rather before launching itself, do we need to emphasize that they should be from the same process? In some organizations, it doesn't work that way, because I worked with the manufacturing, the process. You name the sectors: the pharma, the sugar, the cement, the paper, power. Right? We don't get them from a homogeneous process. So my question here is, how do we deal with that? When the accountability partner, how do we imbibe that into them during the session so that they keep in touch with one another?
Yeah, so maybe if this is a scenario where they are, they are not from the same shift or not from the same organization, it's a homogeneous group, there maybe you can omit having these partners, okay? They need to then have their own IDPs, okay, individual development plan. They need to have their dedicated diary in which they keep a check on themselves. And the only thing maybe you can do is a follow-up.
Obviously. That's nice.
So maybe this may not apply everywhere. Yeah.
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Elvis.
Yes. Yes, guys, any other thing? Anyone would like to have any clarifications?
I just wanted to add on to what, the last discussion was all about. So as you just mentioned, you can have accountability partner. So, so in some of the organizations, they have this pod system, POD. So suppose, IDPs have been chalked. So how do we encourage each other and motivate each other? So it could be people from heterogeneous group as well, from different sections, different functions, 3 to 4 people together, and then sharing, okay, this was my IDP and what was yours, and just motivating each other and learning from each other and evolving. So I think maybe every month it could be the last Friday where you would want to just take it as a pod day, or it could be a learning Friday or something like that, where irrespective of, I won't say the office work, but more in terms of investment in the L&D domain. So probably this could be one way of looking at, where you have this pod system kind of.
Yes, you can do that way. You can be creative. There is no hard and fast way or any fixed thumb rules. You can be creative the way you want to go.
Can I intervene a bit?
Yes, please come in.
No, what we did in one of the cases, we have a project-based kind of training. So where the shop floor guys are involved in the theoretical session in the morning, and then they go to the shop floor along with the trainer, who is technically qualified, and conduct their projects. So we identify one person from the training department who would be probably the pivot, the critical person. So I think probably we could put this responsibility on that individual from the perspective of the ink. So probably like the lady before was talking about, they can get together on a particular day and then check out as to how they are moving forward. I really don't know how that will work, but that's an open question for everybody else in the L&D. So that's my opinion. What's yours?
Yeah, so maybe you can also share this IDP, whatever they make, with the HR, okay, or maybe the training coordinator.
Yeah,
taking them into confidence, and even they need to monitor their progress. So you are involving all the stakeholders and making them accountable.
Yeah, like
in
when
order
we
to
have
see. Yes.
Sorry.
Yes,
Like
go
when we have these, quality circle groups that come to make their presentation. Of course, they come for a theoretical session and then go back and work on it. And then after a month or so, we revisit them, then see how they're doing. And then they make a presentation to management. And
Yes.
from there on, their individuals are involved in seeing how it has improved the effectiveness in terms or productivity of that particular process. So I don't, if it makes sense here.
Yes, and so this has two benefits. It has two benefits. First
Okay.
is you are trying to ensure the effectiveness of your training.
Training, absolutely.
Secondly, this behavior of a trainer also motivates the stakeholders to give them repeat business.
Absolutely. We do 27 programs a year for
Yes.
NTPC alone.
Right.
So obviously it is the effectiveness, and we look forward to that. But
Yes.
I mean, that's just one side of the coin. We still have to, as freelancers, we still look forward to doing it for other companies or taking
Correct.
it to, adding value as we go along. Thank you so
Right.
much, Elvis.
Thanks, Anne, for your wonderful sharing.
You're
So
welcome.
guys, these were the three techniques that you can do in the class in an offline session. And if you wish, you can also use technology. You can use some AI tools, like you have Padlet.com. You can just, let them post it on the wall and it is seen on the screen. It's a little more innovative way of taking feedbacks and asking them their takeaways than just orally asking. The other tool that you could use is Wheel of Names. Okay, Wheel of Names, just type it, you will get it, Wheel of Names, wherein you can type in the names of all the participants. Yes, would you like to see it? I can just show you in a minute, maybe, if you want to see that.
Yes, please.
So you can use that as well. Okay. So this is how it looks, Wheel of Names. Can you see my screen? Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, yes,
Yes,
Elvis.
Yeah.
Elvis.
So see here, if you go, you just copy paste the names of all the participants. Okay, and their names will come on this wheel, and you just spin the wheel by pressing this. And whosever name comes, they need to share one takeaway, or they need to share one learning, one insight from the training. And once Charles is done, you remove him, their name goes away from the wheel. So these are some techniques which you could use to make it a little more colorful, to make your session more ended on a colorful note.
What was the other one which you suggested, Elvis? Padlet.
Padlet.com. They just, you can give a QR scan to them. Okay. Go to a QR code generator on Google. Type in the URL of Padlet.com, whichever file you make. Share the QR on the screen. Let them scan it. And they give in their feedbacks or their key, learnings. And you see it on your screen.
Okay.
So this is, you can do it even, normally you can do it, but this is adding a little more, masala to it.
Color to it.
That's
Yeah.
it.
I like the wheel. The wheel
Yeah.
is really good.
So there is Padlet.com and the other one is Wheel of Names. I have used these, so there are many more. If you search, you'll get many more. Yes, guys, anything that was all from my end. If you have anything, please share.
What is the topic for tomorrow?
Tomorrow, any suggestions? What do you think? I have like roughly in my mind, I have like of sharing icebreakers, sharing some games, energizers.
Nothing
So
like
you
that.
could suggest.
Lovely. Yeah.
So each day we can take one topic. Maybe one day will only be dedicated for energizers. One is for, icebreakers. One day is for games. And maybe games here we can discuss. See, you need not invest into props. There are many games which you can do without props. Even team building games without props. Leadership games without props.
Elvis, I would also like you to cover something for the online trainings also.
Okay.
Yeah.
These you can use for online also. This Padlet.com, Wheel of Names.
Could you spell this badly? How do you spell it?
Padlet. Padlet. Padlet.com.
L-E-T.
L for lion. L-E-T.
I've just typed it in the group chat.
Okay, I'll just put it there.
I typed it already.
I will share it in the group, in the WhatsApp group. Some more tools.
Elvis, please stop sharing your screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. There it is in the chat. Yes, guys. So anything else you want to say? I guess now we are already at 7:53 today.
Elvis, can we get the recording of yesterday's?
Definitely. It's there on YouTube.
Okay, fine.
I will also share the link in the group.
Yeah.
So guys, invite a few more trainers, let them come in. Having it live is a different experience than the recorded link.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you get to know each other, the energy here, and you can have a live clarification of any doubts, or you can share your insights.
To think about the, online team building session if we want to take it, of the activity which we can do in the
online team building.
Yes.
Fine. I'll check something on that.
Yeah, please.
Some tools and all. But there are many features. The basic features of breakout rooms and all can be used for groupings here. And yes, I will share some of the tools on the group.
Yeah. And one more
Yeah.
thing, I just want to say that,
Yes.
the tools for the debriefing, they're interesting in the debriefing, it's not only with some prop, with some, charts or something unique way to debrief the session. Session means the activity and then the debrief, okay. So any debriefing techniques.
Okay. I'll just check on that.
Yeah.
The BAD technique.
Yeah.
So yes,
Okay.
guys, I guess let's call it a day today.
Okay, bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Elvis, for such an amazing session.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Elvis.
Please
Thank
invite
you.
others,
the
bring in more
session.
trainers,
Lovely
friends.
session. Thank you.
Yes.
Elvis, thank you very much.
Thanks,
Today
Amar.
was the first day of
you.
the
It was a wonderful
rest of my
session.
life, but it was
Thank
the
you,
best day of
everyone.
my
Thank you,
rest of
Elvis.
the life.
It was very interesting and insightful. Tomorrow, I'm going to definitely look forward. So thank you for A lot that. of learning for me. A lot of learning. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Today is the first day of the rest of my life, but today is the best day of the rest of my life.
Oh,
Thank you.
wow.
Amar
Lovely
brings
to
in
see
a
you.
completely different energy in the room.
Thank you, Elvis.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Looking
Good
forward
night.
to the session tomorrow.
Yes. Good night. Good night.
Yeah,
Take
good night.
care. Sleep well.
Thanks, Elvis. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye, Lalit.
Thank you, Elvis.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Tomorrow.
Thank you.
Elvis,
Yes, Bina.
you need any support? I mean, when I'm there, I can support. You can make me
I
co-host.
will make you the co-host. I'll make you the co-host.
I can support
Yes.
that way because I do more online trainings now, so I'm facile with it.
Right. Because at times, I have to juggle
Yeah.
between the chat and then there are participants coming in.
Yeah, so maybe I could support you with that.
How do I do that? How do I make you the co-host here?
So see, what you do is you go to participants and there are 3 dots near my name.
Okay, got it.
There, if you put the option, it will come to you, make co-host.
Make host.
Make host name, make co-host.
Why am I not getting that option?
If you are the host, you can get make co-host also option.
It is only giving me the option of make host.
Then I don't know, there is something with the Zoom thing that you have taken. Because
Okay.
normally it is like that way, that you can make a co-host.
Right. I'm aware of that, but here it is just telling me make host. I don't know why is that.
Okay, so just try now. We don't have anything to go. If you can make me host and you are also host or what.
Okay, I'll just try. I'm just trying
Yeah,
that.
we can try it. You can stop the recording or the live stream.
Elvis, this is John here.
Yes, John.
Thanks. I could attend. Because of the rain, I didn't go for the mass. This was very wonderful. Acha, one thing I want to ask, like to start off this business, like training and coaching, like how one prepare a profile, like sort of a brochure or anything, like what are the key points to be, ingredients to be added in that, or structured format? Can you guide me?
I didn't get your question. Can you repeat again, please?
To start as an entrepreneur, for as a trainer, a coach, see, one asks, what we say, profile, or we want to give presentation. So can you guide us in a structured format how to prepare the brochure or the profile, in short, about the training aspects, about the trainer?
Okay, so this is like you are going as an individual trainer to your organization, right?
Yes, correct.